cut my hair just yesterday and I cut my bangs this morning. It was super impulsive. Did not even think I was going to wake up with shorter hair a few hours later. It's because I was working on my computer and I was like messing with my hair while I was working, and it was just so dry and rough from when I had last bleached it. And I thought like, oh my god, this is like really disgusting. It was so edgy and hard and like it was like clumped. And so I just thought like, I'm just gonna like chop it off. Part of the reason why I was hesitant was because I really liked how I could do different types of hairstyles with my hair long. But this isn't a video about my hair. This is a video about my fashion internships. Today I will be talking to you guys about my experience as a fashion marketing intern, some career tips, life advice, and where I'm at now. I'm a mass communication major with a concentration in advertising and PR. Also happens to be a graphic design minor. I have been really into fashion probably since the age of like 10, around there. I would always just mix and match different types of things. I just really was in love with fashion and the concept of being able to wear something different every single day and have a different look. I really found confidence through fashion, and even to this point, I'm 20 years old and I feel like my fashion is just constantly evolving. Even though we're in quarantine, I feel like now more than ever it's just upscaled for some reason, and I think it's because I'm always just on my computer now or on my phone, and I can see different types of girls and their fashion and like catch so many different types of inspos from these powerful women. Basically, I knew that I didn't want to stay in the valley, and I knew that I wanted to do something with fashion in my life. So knowing the time crunch between spring 2020 and when I planned moving, which is spring 2021, I understood that I needed to get my shit together and do something fashion oriented and get my name out there. My ultimate goal is to work for Condé Nast. They are in charge of GQ, Harper's Bazaar, Vogue, Teen Vogue, Pitchfork. Those are just a few to name. I would love to work with them in any way creatively. So in order to do that, I'm just trying to get a lot of experience that I can and try to discover more of what I'm into in the fashion industry, whether it be in styling, editorial, graphics. So what I first did is I would go on Indeed.com, Fashionista, her campus. I would even join Facebook groups. For example, College Fashionista has one. I would literally just cater all of the internships that I wanted to do, all New York based. And I looked for anything social media and fashion oriented. I put my notifications on through email. Every single time that I would get an email that, oh, XYZ is hiring, I would apply right then and there, because you never know. You never know if they released the hiring information on Glassdoor 2 days ago and they barely released it on Indeed just an hour ago. Until finally, this was when I would start hearing back from companies. We can talk about interviews in another video. Finally, I had landed my first fashion marketing internship with Midori Lene, a handmade jewelry brand that's based in New York City. So the type of work that I would do for my designer is I would do a lot of photo shoots, whether it be, I guess, designing some of the pieces that she sends, or I would help edit her YouTube videos. I actually was on a Zoom call with her and this other man who works for her. We were just doing a lot of research marketing, and I think it was really cool because you could actually see the type of audience. I remember we were trying to filter out certain states, certain ages. It would also be like e-commerce in the concept of drafting these products and then having them go live on a certain time and a certain day. I was also able to help create some graphics for her for those campaigns. I worked every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're 1 hour ahead of us, so I had to kind of fix my scheduling. When they start at 11, I start at 10, and that type of thing. And so now my internship with her is actually ending in a week, and I just got into another internship with Coven Magazine. Coven Magazine is a collegiate digital magazine for women. The founders are from California, and all the witches that work for Coven are all over the nation. Before I get started with Coven, I kind of want to talk about, I guess, what else I had done outside of the internship to just get myself familiar with the fashion industry. So because I didn't have a lot of connections here in the Valley, I would literally shoot my shot with a bunch of YouTubers and with a bunch of social media influencers. This involved having conversations with people like Mari, which by the way, you should go ahead and check out her videos. She is a freelance social media editor. She works with New York, but recently she just moved to Austin. But I would talk to her every now and then on what it is I should do, what kind of steps I should make. I also was able to contact Adinayo. He is in charge of the fashion archive in YouTube. He was able to actually intern for Deploy London, and so I would just message him and ask him what I should do. A lot of these relationships that were built was not only to seek help, but to gain a friend and kind of someone that you can talk to while you're going through this journey. At one point, I even tried messaging Caroline Vizana, who is really big on TikTok for a lot of her fashion advice. While I was in the internship with Midori Lene, I was doing a lot of that. I had understood that I was only gonna have this internship for the summer, so I really wanted to pack on more experience. I started looking for fall internships, and I literally applied to so many. I was doing the same thing that I did again prior, until finally I happened to get an internship with Coven Magazine. I am their marketing manager. I'm not sure yet exactly what it is that I'll be doing. I can't disclose any information. I will be having my first meeting with them this coming Monday. You guys watching should definitely check out Coven Magazine on Instagram, as well as their online magazine. I'm really happy to be working with them because I feel like I can identify myself with a lot of their beliefs. I'm gonna wrap up this portion. I hope that this helped in any way possible. I guess now I would want to move on to the life advice portion of this video. I guess all I can say is literally do whatever you can to get to where you want to be. When I had first started out, I had really believed that all of these things, they were so intangible. I thought it was gonna be fucking crazy and miraculous if a girl like me was able to get into contact with some of these people. And I really had believed that to even get my foot into the fashion industry was just really crazy. In YouTube, I spend a lot of my time watching a lot of runway videos. I see a lot of fashion week videos, a lot of styling videos, not only from YouTubers, but actual designers. I mean, as dumb as it sounds, I used to think like, wow, these people are really on a whole other level of humans. I don't know how to explain it, but now I've managed to talk to a lot of people and have gotten help from a lot of people, and I have friends who are interning for big name brands. I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you really want to go somewhere in life, there should be really nothing stopping you, because everything is so possible. Yes, it's going to take some time. Yes, there's going to be so many hard yeses and hard no's. I think in my entire life, I've honestly gotten so many no's within just 2 months than I have ever. You know, the constant rejection is very discouraging sometimes, because you can apply somewhere and then you'll make it as far as the interview and you'll feel like, wow, I managed to get an interview out of this. But then when you don't get the call back, you know, you start questioning yourself if you're even good for the job, or how your personality was in the interview. And I've had a lot of moments where I even questioned myself, like, damn, maybe the fact that I can't land anything past an interview says something about me. Like, maybe my personality and my socialization skills suck. And so what I'm just trying to say is that you're gonna get a bunch of no's, but I think it's up to you to push yourself past that boundary, and it's so much easier said than done. And comparisons are always going to be a killer in whatever you do, whether it be in a relationship, in friendships, in your own self, on Instagram, on Twitter, within jobs. You're always going to see someone who's going to be doing something so much better than you, and you're going to start feeling like, wow, this person is doing all of this and here I am. I have always tried to use comparisons as self-motivation. If they can do it, why can't I? If that person is up there and they started along the same steps that I'm taking, why can't I be there too? You know what I mean? And in a way also, when you end up doing all of these things, it's sort of gratifying. Really, whatever you do, it's all going to equate to some type of growth, whether it be getting out of an interview or finishing up your resume and sending it in. You know, you can always pat yourself on the back for different types of things because you brought yourself to do that, because it's only going to make you feel better, and then you're going to want to keep doing it the next day and the next day and the next day. So scripting is when you get your phone or you get something and you record a piece of dialogue with yourself talking about a goal that you want, but using it in present tense. So for example, if I were to say something like, I finally got hired for Condé Nast, I just moved into my New York apartment. You could literally say anything you want that's goal oriented, and when you listen to that when you're feeling low, it's just a boost of motivation. It can be that like little push that you needed to just get you back on the ball. If you really want something, if you don't want what you have right now and you just want to get out of it and you want to do something better with your life in whatever way it may be, go for it. My life is literally so mechanical. Like, I do the same thing every day. Honestly, I wake up, I do whatever type of work I need to do, whether it be for my internship, for my job, for school. And then on my free time, I literally enjoy and I love looking at videos on YouTube with different types of models, different types of designers and companies. I feed off of that. Like, my motivation comes from those things because I want to be there and I want to envision myself there. Something that a friend has told me that I have had stuck to my head for like years now. This is a very good friend of mine. His name is Kevin, and he gave me a piece of advice. He's like really good with like finance and saving money and all these things. I wanted to start saving money for New York. He told me the most golden piece of advice that you can use for literally anything. If you see yourself, or if you're already thinking about it, then you're already there. He had told me, Livette, you're already thinking that about New York, you're already planning for New York, you're already in New York and you don't even know it. And that piece of advice blew my mind. Do scripting if you want to. Keep a journal, keep a calendar with you. Do whatever you can that makes you really happy and that exudes some type of motivation to keep going and to keep trying. I am not an expertise. I am not yet where I want to be, but I can assure you that with experience and with what I've been through, with the mentality that I've been through, I assure you that it will help you and you will get to where you want to be. And I think in the end, you'll be okay. So I hope this video helped. I don't know if it did. I think I've spent like 25 minutes doing this video alone because of how choppy. I don't know how to formulate any sentences. I don't know how to summarize my train of thought, but I hope that this helped in any way. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please comment. Please feel free to DM me with anything that you have. I really hope this helped. This video has really made me realize how shitty I am at giving advice, but I hope you guys just have a nice day and a nice weekend, and I will see you all very soon.